Okay, welcome along, guys, to me in the shed again. Uh, I have a wee project here. I was at my local club on Tuesday night, and the demonstrator made this wee piece. It's a cross, and the center bit is all one piece from here right through the middle. The circle is a paper joint glued, and then the two are pieces for the side, and the base is separate. So I have just what I have some plywood here. He made it out of he made two actually. He made one out of plywood and it turned out very quite well. This is birch ply. So this is longer than what I needed. It's 18 and it's 3/4 inches long by 2 inches in diameter. And then I have two pieces which are 6.5 long by 2 inches. I have two of those. I have the glued up paper joint sitting over there. I just took it out of the clamps this morning and it was gapping on one side, so I managed to get some more glue into it and put more clamps on it, and I'll let that sit. So what I plan to do today is rough this down to the cylinder and get the R2 rough down the cylinder, and then that'll give me a sort of an idea how much of this I need to cut off. You're better looking at it, looking or rather than looking for it, you know. So, okay, guys. Sorry. I marked a 2 inch square here and drew a diagonal line from point to point to get the center. The whole way around, I'll mark the center points. Okay. And I'm going to take it over to the drill press and drill the holes right through. Okay, guys, we're back. As you can see, I've drilled 4 holes. I used a 20mm Forstner bit. I don't know if the 20mm hole is the right size because I'm guessing off this drawing or photo. I need to set my calipers at 20mm to get the diameter of that right. decide on the head piece. So you've got this circle bit which is going around here. See if I can get some just to roughly give me an idea. Near enough there. So then we have our ring, and that's an R20mm, I would say. I'll just measure that. No, it wouldn't be. I would say 15 again. We don't want to make a ring too big. Why I'm keeping going with this is this will give me all the information I need to make the next one. So if I want there for the top, not going to go too thin. That marks this transition, so that has to come down a wee bit more. This will have definitely to come down. As a flat piece. I'm going to cut this. It's pretty close. So that'll allow me to get that in the chuck again, and it'll allow me to put it between centers should I need to do any further work on this transition when the circle goes around it. So that's why I didn't part that off, and why I just put a small tenon on that, leaving that chucking point there, and this will allow me to put it in the chuck again, like so. So that's a good, that's one good thing that's worked out of this. Right, so we're back on between centers. Put our stab center in the chuck. Inches, more or less. need to get it down to 20 mil on the end. Okay, so how much of it was in there? We have that transition there. And then from there to there. Right. We'll go about a wee sand and we'll have a wee ganders at it and see if it's anywhere near it's meant to be. Put that down there. Not there. Not there. Yeah, I see a problem right away. These ends need to be much longer. That's where it needs to be. So I need an extra 20 mil onto the ends of those to make that the same as that one. And you can more or less see it. And then with a circle round that, it'll sit somewhere there over that, which is not a bad guess on my part. I don't have the circle piece, so I'm gonna have to wait for it to dry. What I can do is go and cut more wood here, and like, just a pity I didn't twig onto that earlier. I was just looking to see if I could do anything to fix that. Could I turn a plug and stick it in? It's worth an idea. La la la. I'll have to mark the center of this very accurately to get it in the between centers. So I'm just going to bring it to there, and that's missing it there. It's hitting it there. So that tells me it wants to come a wee bit this way. We're okay there. We're on it there. Missing it. Right. On it there. There. So that's my point. Right. So what Eugene done with his piece, just give it a wee spin and see what it's like. He brought it around first. See that? That's open. This is going to fly apart in me. It's going to come apart when I've all the turning done of it, because I wanted to come apart, but not at the minute. And there's nothing I can do to hold that while it. Okay, just going to use a bull gouge for this. You don't want to be using your spindle roughing gouge on this, because you could tear big lumps out of this, and that wouldn't be nice. there's a bit of there's a bit of wood to come off the front of this. I think because as it sits, it would be far too heavy. That was on there. Yeah. So we can't take any off the inside because that will reduce our our hole for this piece here. So we have to take it off the outside, and right, I'm going to cut it on through. That's a cut. Quite a bit of sanding, in fact. I'm going to put a wee witness mark on where these need to line up. Like so. There's a bit of a difference between this one and this one on the inside, so it will need to be sanded, or a wee bit of timber taken off it. It's a wee bit of timber just. What I was doing there was just truing the faces of these up and trying to get the match where they line up. So I've got it, and I need to glue them together to get both sides level. I try to do it one by one and true them up, but it's hard because this is the only chance I'm going to get to true it up now, because when it gets put together you'll not be able to get this on the chuck again. It's going to be, you see, there's quite a bit of difference there. Oh dear. So we're at a bit of a crossroads here. I've all the pieces made except for the base. I'm not worried about that. I want to try and get these fitted together, and hopefully I can make it work. We're going to do something about the hole I drilled, the extra 2 holes I drilled in that. It didn't need. So that's the rings made, and fit over the piece like that. So I'm guessing at the sizes of this, but the sizes look right and good. As it comes into the 2 parts. So I'm hoping I haven't taken too much off and the thing doesn't close. But we'll find out. Oh, we're hot. So we'll put that back on. I only want a couple of wee dabs on this and not an awful lot of glue, because the glue will make it come apart, or keep it apart, and I don't want that. So that's what I want to close it up. So we'll try and get it lined up first time. Off it. So once you get bring the camera around in a second, guys. I haven't forgot, just to show you what I'm doing. Right, where's my witness marks? See, and that one, it looks okay. Okay, that's the way it's going to sit. There's a wee bit of give in that, but I'm okay with that. There's a wee bit. There's a wee bit there. This is just stopping it going down. Just a wee whiskers. You'll see when I take that off. There's the wee Taj. Do you like that word, Taj? A wee smidgen. So I need to bring this down a wee bit. Something like that. So this is where they don't match up. This one's way out. That one's way out. The only two it's right, it's the up and down. I thought there might be a problem with that, because I should have made these longer. So we're going to pull it out and in. So that needs to go to there for to get that in the right position. And same with this one. I wonder if I stick a bit on that. This is what happens when you don't have sizes to work to. And that one needs to come right out for it to get in the position. See that? It's right out. So I wonder if I put a dial in that and glued it in and glued a wee bit on that, and you know something, I'm going to do it. Give it a wee spin, and that's not one. That one's not so. Right. I just need to locate that into the center point and then tighten that up. all fitting nicely, because I could cut that off and then we wouldn't have any way of holding that in the chuck. So I'm just going to hold off, just cover this in glue, and I'll stick that in there. I want plenty of glue in this to take any voids up. Add that there. This is a messy business here. I need to turn that so it's uniformed going across the way. The green on the, see that on the camera? Yes, you can. So that's that. I'll just wipe the exhaust off that. Let that harden. What do you think, guys? Not a good way of getting rid of that 2 extra holes. I think that was a good find. Good compromise, Paul, I think. So, finished with that. Okay, guys, welcome back. I have been fiddling around with this. I've managed to line more or less where everything is going. There's bits and pieces that could be made better, but it is what it is. I can work with this now and make another one with the right size of diameter. I'm not going to use the plywood again. It seemed like a good idea at the time, but there's too much tear out of the wee bits around the holes and stuff. It just chips away, and it doesn't. There's no way of filling it. So I was going to turn these off, and I'll turn them off, and you can still see the rough idea. Doing it that way, putting a wee shoulder on that. If it doesn't fit, you're going to be left with this wee gap here. Same in these ones, and same in that one. But I'll take these out and we'll get this glued in, and we'll see what we can do with it. But as a prototype for work in progress, it works. I more or less got the right size of circle, and that fits okay. It's just the transition into the 2 side pieces and this one piece here. So I had to do a wee bit of work on that, and that should be okay. And more or less not too bad. So that's that one. We take a bit of this away. Just stop that and bring our piece over to see if it's more or less in the vicinity of it. And it's not too bad at that. So why I put why I put the Jacob's chuck into the chuck. Yesterday when I was using it, I took the chuck off and put it into the quill. But while using it, it kept coming out. So you have to be a wee bit mindful about that. It could come out, and especially if it was going fast, and it could hit you up the face very easy. So that's why I put it in that, and that'll hold that. So I need to that's better. Okay. I don't know when this marks are there. So that goes on like so. Okay. Then the two parts will go in. Okay. So something like that, guys. Okay, I've spent a bit of time gluing that piece up. So I've got some pieces here it's all glued up. So we're going to turn that. What's that? I'll set that over out of the way for let that cure. That's more or less the bottom finished. Just to remove that wee foot. Welcome back, guys. As you've seen at the start of the video, I planned to make this. I've had a wee bit of sanding to do on it, and I just give it a coat of clear lacquer there, and that's it finished. Right, I've learned a lot from this, and the joints here, they're very crucial, and your sizes for this as well. So they need to be 100%. This here, it looks okay at a distance, but if you look closely at it, you can see that there's a bit of difference between here and here. So that would have needed to go up a wee bit, and the two side bits are more or less the right size, but the hole I drilled here in the four on the rings, I think I would do it different next time. I would make them smaller. They were 20mm holes, so and your transitions into these two here and so on need to be 100%. And my initial measurements for these two here, they were too short, and I glued two wee bits of timber onto them and added to them to make a thing. So that's why I went ahead with making the whole thing. I wanted to learn from my mistakes and get proper measurements for the piece on with your thing. I had a problem with this. The paper glue joint I glued, I had no newspapers in the house, and I used a piece of paper out of the printer. Doesn't work. It's separated, even though it was a load of glue on it. It just separated, no problem. So that's a no-no. You don't use a paper out of your printer to stick things. Good old-fashioned newspaper is the way to go. So there's a lot you can learn from. When it starts to go bad, I would say just play on with it, because you'll learn a lot from finishing the piece, even though it doesn't look right, and it's disappointing to see it finished and it's not 100%. Okay, who cares? I know somebody will like that the way it is, and need to have this ring 100% and sand it and finished in the inside, because you're not going to get a chance to footer over this. I was at it for near an hour with a pencil and a wee bit of sandpaper like this here, and I was poking it, and it takes forever, and it's not a good job at the end of the day. It let me, I ended up getting the wee Dremel and using it in bits and places where one of the sides of the ring was higher than the other, and I just took a wee bit off that with a wee see it. So guys, I hope you enjoyed that, because I enjoyed making it, because just wee bits of this and wee bits of that, and in between you're gluing bits up and stuff. I just went with an ordinary bit of plywood for the base. Uh, there's no point in putting good timber on it to make a base out of it. So I just glued up a couple of pieces there and made the base the same. And it sort of complements each other. There's a bit of difference in the size between this one and this one. And this one needed to move out this way a wee bit. I can see where the joint here in the inside, it's not tied up and it left that wee bit of a gap. And that's where the shoulder bit came in. If you make your two side pieces like a dial fitting into the hole, it'll work. But where I went wrong, I made a shoulder on here and a shoulder in here, thinking this would fit in it. Because this is a circle and you're adding this, you're going to see the half of the semicircle where it doesn't close up on that bit, and that's where I went wrong. I wasn't paying much attention last Tuesday night to Eugene's demonstration. I was that busy doing paperwork and stuff, and I was only glancing at it. But when I seen the piece he made, the piece he made, it was beautiful, lovely piece, and he had that one made out of plywood, and another one, I think, made out of a piece of beech or something like that. But they both were stunning pieces, like, and I think more or less that my next one should be a lot better. So, guys, thanks very much for watching and taking the time to come and view my channel. And to all the new subscribers, thank you very much for coming over. I really appreciate it, and I like to do things that are just a wee bit different from a normal wood turning, and that help you decide to come and view. But on the whole, it's a nice project, and I quite like it. That's why I made it. So, guys, I'm going to say cheerio before I start waffling on too much again, because once I get going, it's on to another subject and so on. Okay, guys, thanks very much for watching, and we'll catch you up again soon. Okay, bye.